Good morning, fellow citizens. Good morning, Ugandans. It is 4:30 a.m. in the USA, and I've just reported for duty. Yes, fellow countrymen, especially those in uniform like me. The medics. Yesterday, I was faced with what I call an ethical dilemma. My fellow countrymen who are in the USA, or citizens in the USA, staged protests around hospitals, protesting the flying out of senior citizens from Uganda to USA for treatment. I felt let down, especially in the medical practice. And this is happening simply because my colleagues have taken a back seat. Fellow medics, please, the USA will have what we call geriatric medicine, geriatric facilities. We have now reached a stage in Uganda where we are going to have so many of these fellow citizens popping up like candles. Don't forget, we just had somebody popping up in Switzerland. We just had a governor, Bank of Uganda, popping up in Nairobi, in Kenya. And now we have a set of frail men flown in USA, which includes, I think, a prime minister, a speaker of parliament, and others that we don't know. Fellow citizens, it's high time we thought of a geriatric facility. If not, develop just Mulago Hospital, the 6th floor of Mulago Hospital. Put in special facilities to cater for these old people. These are old people who are going to die. Death is definite. And we should accord them dignity of dying. I just pray that Jacob Oulanya, Honorable Jacob Oulanya, the Speaker of Parliament of Uganda, survives and is able to read to see what has happened. There's a global protest. There are people protesting in UK, people protesting in USA, people protesting in the country. How he has been accorded special treatment. Shall we afford to accord all these senior citizens who are going to die special treatment in special facilities abroad? If it costs the country 1.5 billion Ugandan shillings, an equivalent of $500,000 US to treat one senior citizen, how many of them are we going to fly out at that cost? How many of them are going to fly out at that cost? The body of the minister Lokodo requires $500,000 US to be brought back as cargo. These guys can easily die in Mulago. And the dignity of dying is in dying in the hands of relatives, not in dying in special facilities with machines hanging over your body. Dignity of dying is dying in the hands of your wife, hands of your children, hands of your husband, with perhaps your priest at the bedside praying for you, and the relatives seeing you off. That last moment. It's called the dignity of dying. Being flown away, dying in isolation, denies you the dignity of dying, irrespective of your seniority in the country, irrespective of your executive position. When you are flown away from your wife, from your children, from your grandkids, that's not dignity of dying. Let's accord this countryman the dignity of dying. And this is simple. Provide facilities that every person can benefit from. This money we are flying out on a plane, this money we are flying out to the USA, this money could be injected in the economy of Uganda. Yes, we have so many senior men, senior citizens, men and women in the queue who are going to die and who require this special accord that you have given to the Speaker of Parliament. Shall Uganda afford that? But it's just common sense that we develop a facility in the country where last respect, not at the graveside, But dignity of dying is accorded to these senior citizens by fellow countrymen, by relatives, dying in the hands of your wife, dying in the hands of your husband, dying before your children, speaking to your children and denying them. There is no dignity in being flown away. You are flown away and brought back as a cargo. Fly out as a passenger. It's an embarrassment that we now can triage citizens to senior facilities, to better facilities abroad. Yes, there were protests across the US. I pray Jacob Oulanya survives and he presides over the parliament in Uganda over this. Fellow countrymen, the medics, this is your role. Geriatric medicine, cancers in various types, 200 almost over, it's going to afflict Ugandans as these senior citizens. Kidney failure, kidney problems, liver problems, heart problems. You're not going to fly out every old man to USA because he's a VIP. No. Fellow countrymen, please listen to my voice. I submit. I was just asking my fellow countrymen that supposing I'm in the emergency department and I've flown out Uganda like that, what do I do? Yet fellow countrymen are on the streets protesting people. It's embarrassing to see Ugandans around the hospitals protesting a senior citizen from being treated in the USA. I submit. Thank you.